Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to another brand new artifact video. In today's video I want to present you the best heroes in artifact in my opinion, and this has been a very frequently asked question. In my opinion, all four colors are playable. I think that red and green are more beginner friendly just because they have the more beefier heroes that don't die too quickly, and a majority of the game in artifact evolves around killing heroes, helping your heroes survive. It is easier to do that with red and green heroes just because they have like the better overall stats compared to black and blue hero. I would recommend for beginners red and green, and black and blue are for a little bit more advanced players. With that said, let's get right into it. For the color red, I think three red heroes stand out the most. I have Axe as the strongest red hero in the game currently. If you look at a hero, you want to evaluate its power by the stats, the stat distribution, the passive ability, the active ability, and its hero signature card. All these things are relevant for the evaluation of the power level of a hero card. In Axe's case, he has a very good stat distribution. He has 7 attack power, which is the second highest which is available for the color red. He has 11 HP, which is a ton. Even without the armor, 11 HP would be really good because you survive pretty much all other heroes. So they would need at least 2 turns to kill or get rid of Axe. But on top of it, 2 armor is extremely powerful. Armor is the best stat in artifact, just because it reduces all incoming damage sources. So it would reduce the damage from spells, from cleave damage, retaliation damage, and just combat traits from minions or other heroes. So armor is very powerful, and Axe is the only hero in the game that has 2 armor on as a basic stat line. On top of it, Axe has a very powerful hero signature card with Berserker's Call. It is a 6 mana red spell, and it synergizes greatly with the other powerful red heroes. It's very good with Axe as well. It counterbalances one of the major weaknesses of red, which is to be able to get rid of multiple things from your opponent. Red is very bad at clearing the board from multiple creeps or heroes, and that is kind of like a mini area of effect spell, but a very powerful one. So by the time you're able to play Berserker's Call with one of your red heroes, that red hero usually is already a little bit stronger, so it has like 8 or 9 or even 10 attack, and Berserker Call lets your red hero fight up to 3 units at the same time, and red heroes are naturally very beefy and would survive the combat with 3 targets, and usually would also take out opponents' heroes. Great synergy with the color red, and that's the reason why Axe is overall the strongest red hero. So I have Bristleback as number 2. You could rate Legionnaire as number 2 or as number 1, and I will explain in a bit why. Why is Bristleback the second best red hero? Well, first of all, for the color red, the most important thing are the basic stats, just because that's the strength of the color red. You have these powerful combat heroes, and that's usually the reason why you want to go for the color red, to play or take advantage of these powerful combat heroes. Bristleback has the highest attack in the game from any red hero. He has 8 attack, and on top of it he has 12 health, which is a very powerful stat distribution. It's much better to have 8 attack and 12 health than, let's say, 2 attack and 18 health like the Tidehunter, because in artifact there isn't just heroes that you have to kill, but you also have to get rid of creeps that spawn every turn, and a creep has 4 HP. The magic number in artifact is definitely 4, because that's the life total of a creep. To get rid of that, you want to have your own creeps or your own heroes to have at least 4 attack, because you can either kill the opponent's hero over 2 turns usually, or get rid of a creep immediately. On top of it, Bristleback has a nice passive ability with Baroon Brawler, so whenever Bristleback gets involved in a combat trade with another hero and takes him out, he gets permanent a +2 armor increase. Like I mentioned before, armor is extremely powerful. Whenever Bristleback gets to do that, he starts snowballing and becomes like an unstoppable force. On top of it, his hero signature card, Vicious Nasal Goo, is in my opinion currently very underrated. Most people rate this card very bad, but the thing with armor in Artifact goes both ways. Armor is the most powerful defensive stat line, but it goes also the other way around. So minus armor is the most powerful offensive stat line at the same time, because it increases all incoming damage. What does that mean? So if you permanently modify a unit, usually a blue hero, with like the best thing to modify is usually a blue hero, because they tend to be weaker in terms of stats and they have around 7 or 8 HP. And if you modify a blue hero with -2 armor, he keeps that after he dies. And if he is paired with a creep, let's say, the creep would deal 4 damage to that hero instead of 2 damage, because of the -2 armor and how minus armor works in Artifact. So it would die over 2 turns, because most blue heroes don't have 4 attack, so they wouldn't get rid of a creep immediately. So if a blue hero would be applied by this goo and would face a creep, it would die usually or trade with a creep over 2 turns, which is in my opinion quite powerful. But it is a more advanced use of that card. But this is why I think it's currently underrated. It's a very powerful effect. So overall, I would rate Bristleback as the second best red hero in the game right now. I have Legion Commander as the third strongest red hero. He could be rated as the best red hero in the game. So Legion Commander compared to X is not a hero that you play mainly because of his combat stats, but you play him mainly because of the hero's signature card. It has great synergy with other strong red heroes like the Bristleback or the Axe, so he is like the best red support hero. So would you rate now the best support hero as the best card or the best combat hero as the best card? It's up for you to decide. So the main reason why you play Legion Commander is Duel. Duel lets any of your red heroes fight with any of the opponent's heroes, disregarding of where it is in the lane. So your opponent will try to avoid combat damage with his weaker heroes and your strong red heroes, but with the help of Duel, you can still let them fight, and usually your red hero wins just because it has the strongest stats in the game. Duel in late game can be used as a counter to your opponent's crucial spells. A very powerful spell in the late game is Drow Ranger's Silence. And if someone decides to deploy Drow Ranger in one of your lanes where your red hero is, and you have a Duel in your hand and a red hero in that lane, and you have initiative, you can use Duel to get rid of the green hero so he's unable to cast the Silence. So it's a very key card in late game, a very powerful card in the early game, because you can get rid of weaker heroes and start gaining gold. So the strongest red hero signature card, but also one of the strongest red cards in general. And Legion Commander's combat stats are not bad. He has only 8 HP, which is quite low compared to Axe or Bristleback. He has a nice passive ability with Retaliate, so he is the second hero that can deal 8 damage to another hero on turn 1 because of the Retaliate. But if he faces a hero with armor, he will deal significantly less damage, because armor reduces all incoming damage sources. So 1 armor would reduce 1 incoming damage from Legionnaire's normal combat attack and 1 damage from the Retaliate damage. So instead of 8 damage, Legionnaire would deal 6 damage. Besides that, Legionnaire has like the second highest attack power or potential attack power from any red hero. So those are my three kind of like must-have red heroes if you choose to play red in the beginning of Artifact. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to keep this video shorter because my last two Artifact videos tend to be super long and people don't always have 1 hour plus time to watch them. So I will separate the best heroes for each color in 4 different videos. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm quite excited to stream Artifact this upcoming Sunday. Hope many of you guys will join me on my stream. Also, if you have any Artifact related questions, feel free to ask me on Twitter, on Twitch, or on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching and have a nice day. Peace.